Good morning and welcome to PMB Morning Show, where politics meets business and the real issues take center stage. Today we are looking at two stories that define the state of the nation. Why Rufai was not released after bail and President Jonathan's intention to join the 2027 presidential race. Alright, the continuous detention of the former governor of Kaduna State is one issue too many in our political landscape that has continue to attract more suspicion, especially when we try to relate, to the statement credited to the former National Assistant Publicity Secretary of the ruling party, Timi Frank, alleging that some security agents want to assassinate Rufai. Just recently, a high court sitting in Kaduna granted him bail, but until now, Nigerians are wondering why the continuous refusal to release him and why the refusal to grant or honor court orders. Is there any political undertone to his detention? Is the statement of Timi Frank playing out? Let us discuss. At the same time, away from Rufai detention saga, the race to the 2027 presidential election is becoming more interesting as we are witnessing a twist of events in the scheme of things. The readiness of the former President Goodluck Jonathan to join the race come 2027 has sparked up serious debate and added more drama to the process, leaving political analysts with more job of calculating the possible chances of who will grab the victory. Some critics also will ask, is it a political strategy to unsettle a particular candidate? What are his chances of winning? Is he done with his widespread consultations? What do you think? All right, this morning we connect the dots between leadership and accountability and delivery, because in the end, governance is not about winning elections, but it's about making life better. Stay with us. We shall be back to look at what the newspapers have for us today. I am Chidi Kenneth, and with me in the studio is Mr. Ibrahim Shaibu. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Mr. CK. How are you doing?
Morning. Goodluck Jonathan is set to join the race.
Yeah, quite an interesting.
Another gang.
Quite an interesting player.
I must be very honest with you. You see,
yes.
I sometimes each time I sleep and I wake up, I just tell myself, can we just really enter 2027?
No.
Let's just enter it like tomorrow now.
Gently. I wouldn't trust it. Actually,
the thing is becoming like a movie, man.
Exactly, exciting.
That means what, man? You see, when you see the actors and Jonathan is now coming to the game.
So many powerful contenders.
I'm telling you, yesterday, just before we started the show, you were telling me how the gladiators that escorted him to the screening ground.
Honestly speaking, all those mighty names that we are almost getting, the Tom Ikimis, the
Janks,
the Olabode judges, they were all there. The former vice president himself, Namadi Sambo, former Kaduna State Governor, also Vice President Namani Sambo was also there. So there are many political gladiators yesterday there who participated in the screening exercise. And then ultimately he ended up as the lone PDP presidential candidate. No any other candidate. Even before the screening, they said that we are going to field only one lone candidate. At that time, nobody released his name until after the screening exercise. So it was an exciting outing.
Now, which of the PDP does he belong to now? Is it the Wike backed?
Well, so far we haven't had anything from either
we have one is backing one, and the other one is leading one.
The leading PDP hasn't said anything, and the backing PDP, I don't even know actually. Yeah, but
anyway, we will not let the cat out of the bag because we have we have a lot of talk to do. Exactly. Even the Rufai issue, the continued detention of Rufai is another one.
It's another interesting.
Yes, we saw the wife, the lawyer, the second wife who is a lawyer,
Hasia.
She
was lamenting on the plight of the family. Actually,
and was trying to connect what is going on to the statement credited to Timi Frank.
Exactly.
That says that there's a calculated alleged attempt.
Yeah, that is the fear actually. There, you see,
and there was an agreement to keep him with ICPC, but later on, they don't know why they're still keeping him under the custody of the DSS.
We don't know. We don't actually know. But actually, the Federal High Court under Justice Abdul Malik has released him on bail. So then after 1 hour break, during which they are supposed to now complete the proceedings, the paperwork, then the DSC suddenly arrive. We'll continue that discussion.
Okay, we'll continue that discussion, but for now we are going to go on break, and when we return, we'll dive straight into the newspaper review. This is PMB Morning Show here in the nation's capital, Abuja. My name is Chidi Kenneth. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this time out. Welcome back to PMB Morning Show here in the city of Abuja. My name is Chidi Kenneth, and of course, in the studio I have Mr. Ibrahim Shaibu. Mr. Ibrahim Shaibu, let's see what the newspaper has for us. You know, as usual, we always pray we don't see killing.
We pray we don't see killing. We pray we don't see violence.
Yes. Okay, first newspaper, please. The Nation.
Senate race. APC governors serving senators scaled through. Senate race. APC governors serving senators scaled through.
So it's more or less thank you business.
Agege. Okorocha, Ogun deputy governor, flawed. Return ticket for Akpabio, Barao, Bamidele, Lawan others. Shekarau Sheusani Okoa, get not. Wow, interesting.
Shekarau that was
visited by the Kano Central. Yes, they are scaled through.
You see that the politicking is gathering momentum.
Exactly.
Shekarau is there now. You know, after the visit of the APC chairman, we never knew what was going on. Then we are seeing that Shekarau has been given the ticket.
Exactly.
He has won the ticket, and then we see that the APC
Jibrin is also there, also from Kano. Then okay, who is now no longer
Senate there? Race? You know, APC governors serving senators. Scale through. Could it be possible that there was a gentlemanly agreement?
I guess so, because if you look at the list of the winners. For Lagos, we have Wasiu,
Lagos have Wasiu, Eshilokun. We have Lianet,
Adebule, and Tokumbo Abiru. Then for Ekiti, you have Opayemi Bamidele, Sil and Fashui.
Let me see my states. Delta, we have Ide. I know this guy lost roughly.
Borno, we have Kakashewu.
I watched the one of Ifan Yokowa versus Ned Walker. Okay. It was a disaster. It was a disaster. I watched it.
Ned had only three.
The line.
Then the line for the other one was endless.
Oh, you saw it.
I saw it. That was. Let me check my two states. Borno, Kakashewu, Ali Ndumi, Atar Manguna. I think two are returning. One is new. Kakashewu, I think, is new. Then what about Kaduna? Any Kaduna there?
Check it up a bit. Is there any other state up, please?
Kaduna is not represented there.
Okay, maybe you have to check. If you want to know more about who is there, you can go to.
Let's check Imo.
Oh, Imo is not here. You know, Adams Oshomole is there. In those states, we have Joseph Ikpea. We have Omorebe Ogede Hema. And in Rivers, we have Felix Obua. We have Alawe Oyesu. We have Barry Wara. Okay, Barry Wara. Oh, Barry Wara, that's one of the strongest loyalists in Wike. Of course, Kwara, we have Abdurrahman.
So, Gombe, the governor
of Kwara is back.
The governor of Gombe is also now in this. He will also contest for the Senate. Inwa Yahaya. And then Janma Deba and Jerry Danama. Sokoto Aliwa Mako is returning. Umar Ajia and Ibrahim Dambaba. Katsina, we have Montari Danduse.
Okay, these are candidates for APC. That doesn't mean they will become the senators.
No, they are contesting under the flagship of the APC.
Now that Jonathan has joined the PDP, PDP will now become a senable party.
Exactly.
Whether you like it or not.
Definitely so.
It's going to be the APC.
Besides, the PDP is not completely dead after all, because the parties are still there. They are still strong. You see, we forgot about those names that we saw yesterday during the screening.
No, even at that, exactly. The person of Jonathan,
yes,
has awoken a lot of things.
Of course.
Now we have the PDP, who seems to be the stone chief cornerstone. Is that the chief cornerstone?
You know what somebody told me?
No, sir.
Somebody told me that all those political gladiators in the PDP, they just went to say, looking at Wike doing his stuff. They just allowed him to continue
doing
his drama. But now that the Jonathan has come out, you will begin to see them surface now.
Rufai coming to fast?
Of course.
With this fall, Rufai coming to fast?
Of course. With
this fall now?
There will be a winner.
at all. Because everybody wants to protect their vote this time around.
Exactly, and the closer we get to 2027, so the more confused the whole scenario is.
So the coming of Jonathan is a blessing in disguise.
Of course, of course.
Okay, I think
I'm making the competition more rigorous.
Yes, and a lot of uncertainty.
A lot of uncertainty.
Okay, Tinubu security closing in Oyo pupils adopters. Okay, security closing in Oyo pupils adopters. Okay, some adopters like adopted children in Oyo State. I don't know if that is an attempt. We don't know, alleged attempt to undermine the security powers of the city.
Yes, there's one sad story there.
You can see the governor is already, before I even said it, we will succumb to terror, says Makinde. So I don't know if it's for me, this whole thing is becoming scripted. Allegedly scripted. Let me use the word allegedly, because I don't know. If you understand communication and undertone of language, you understand that this statement shows that this whole thing is arranged to undermine.
Exactly.
You understand? That's how it looks. Allegedly.
There's one funny right idea. Nigeria deploys troops in Benin Republic to protect democracy. We have a lot of democracy crisis here, so why are we? We are protecting democracy. Why here? Even our INEC is. That's very, very funny.
Nigeria deploys troops in Benin. Benin Republic to protect democracy. Are we protecting what we don't have allegedly?
I don't know.
What we don't allegedly have.
Yeah, already people are talking against the electoral umpire, and then we are going elsewhere to protect democracy, while we are not even assured of our own. Opposition parties are being trampled upon and being weakened by force. Anyway,
let's see
about that.
Rufai's TV interview ignited phone tapping probe by DSS. Okay, let's see how that goes. Rufai, that's
Defense Headquarters AFRICOM confirmed 20 ISWAP terrorists killed in sustained Nigeria-US airstrike in Northeast. Okay. That's good news.
Okay.
So as long as it is the insurgents that are being killed, it's always a good news.
Because that killing is not bad. It depends on who they are killing.
Who they are killing, yes, of course.
Okay, let's go up and take out to the next newspaper. Daily Trust.
Nigeria bleeds
as politics takes center stage.
Abducted teacher killed in Oyo. 7 soldiers in Sokoto. Nigeria bleeds as politics takes center stage.
Yes.
While they are busy contesting and working for their elections and commutating, Nigerians keep dying. Exactly.
That is the way. That's what Daily Trust is telling us this morning.
Because already this morning, 1 teacher has been abducted in Oyo, and then 7 soldiers in Sokoto. And I can see maps of Borno.
We have Mr. President. Please intervene in Bauchi. Call Professor Pate to order.
So what is Pate doing?
Well, that is
Pate is the current Minister of Health.
Yes, the Bauchi APC concerned stakeholders strongly condemns the recent conduct of the APC primaries in Bauchi State, describing the development as a direct insult not only to the APC family but in the state, but also to the entire people of Bauchi State. Basically, there were no primary elections for the Senate, House of Representatives. The stakeholders specifically denounces the actions of Professor Muhammad Ali Pate, the Honorable Able Minister of Health, and his cohorts. Okay. Interesting times in the APC.
That explains why we didn't see Bauchi there on the list of people or states that have concluded their primaries.
Yes, I wanted to see Imo State to know if Uzodinma claims the ticket.
Imo State and Kaduna were also not on the list.
I
think those states that are the
maybe they are inside. When you open the newspaper, you see for them.
APC Senate primaries: Rochas, Net, Nwoko lose. Apabio 4 governors win. APC Senate primaries: Rochas, Okorocha, Net, Nwoko lose. Then Apabio and 4 governors win. We
are going to see more shockers eventually at the final general elections. Don't be surprised that the Senate president allegedly might not even, these are APC primary candidates.
Exactly.
Now that we have other 3 gladiators.
With their teams coming back.
It's going to be what I call gang.
91 days after, Rufai remains in detention.
91 days, that's 3 months.
And 1 day. 2027, court fixes May 26 for adjournment on Jonathan's eligibility. Court fixes May 26 for adjournment on Jonathan's eligibility.
Politics again.
Politics again.
Jonathan is clicking the ticket, and the issue of eligibility is still on.
That will not stop his primary election, and he's being chosen for us to represent the party for
No,
now.
if the court
yes,
rules,
but if the court rules against him, he has to let go. Of course. He's so
Jonathan is not actually free. He's not totally free.
So let's see what will happen.
No, it's not. Look at it. 26. That is this week.
This week.
And he just picked the ticket and it was accompanied. So let's see how it goes. If it rules in his favor, fine. If it doesn't rule in his favor, talk.
Any other candidate apart from Jonathan will not sell PDP. That's it. So tanker crashes into house, kills a woman and her grandson. Tanker crashes into house, kills woman and grandson.
That's a sad one. That's a sad one. This
actually.
issue of tankers crashing into houses and collapsing and creating all kinds of inferno everywhere in the country. Is
unfortunate. Next paper, please.
Next paper. It's not something, but they are so rest in peace anyway. We will bow to terror. Marking Day. That's a Tribune. Tribune has it on the major headline today. Oyo school adoption. We won't bow to terror. Marking Day. Is it that terror is now a way of terrorizing governors?
Senate primaries.
And next way, is it a way? Is it that terror is not something? Is not used as a political tool, allegedly?
Most probably, seemingly so.
Let's see. Where did you see Opposite? Where did you see it?
Down the paper.
Yes. Okay.
Down the paper. Down. Yeah. Senate primaries. Uzodinma, Abiodun, Okowa, Bello pick APC ticket. Uzodinma, Abiodun, Okowa, Bello pick APC ticket. Which Bello? Yaya
Bello. Yes.
So you see what I mean? People that have a lot of EFCC cases ahead of them are now trooping into the Senate. And nobody says anything. People that have worse cases on them, people like Yaya Bello.
Well, the more you see,
the more you understand. Senate leader Ndime Dafinoni returned in Ekiti, Borno, Delta, Net Nwoko, Omo Agege lose in Delta. Shehu Sani, Yero Katun win in Kaduna primaries.
Shehu
Sani, yes. APC primaries.
Shehu Sani is back again.
It will be back because the contenders in ADC are pretty much stronger than Shehu Sani in Kaduna State. The contenders that are coming under the flagship of the APC. Even the governorship contestant is very, very strong under the
ADC.
Ashiru.
ADC?
Under ADC, but if you see the kind of caliber of people the ADC is fielding in Kaduna, you'll be surprised. I'm telling you.
So Kaduna is a battleground.
It's a battleground, honestly speaking.
Politically, anyway.
Politically, unless they use power of incumbency, because Shehu Sani seems to be very, very close to the governor and very good, close to the powers at the national level. Unless they use power of incumbency, I can't see Shehu Sani coming to win this election.
Okay, we have already on health. Just 2 cigarettes daily raises heart failure risk
by 50%.
By 50%. So for those of us who are smokers,
including you, for those of them who are smoking.
No,
don't say it doesn't include you. You say
no, not me. I don't smoke. I've never smoked.
For some of you who smoke,
for some of you who are into the habit of smoking,
exactly,
you stand the risk 50% of your heart failure. That's studied. Yes. Of course, that's why the tobacco company will always come out to tell you that smokers are liable to die young. That's a disclaimer so that you don't come and
exactly
your own.
So the Oyo case is very interesting. Confirmed 7 teachers, 25 students abducted in 2 states. The Makinde story says surveillance aircraft already in Lagos undergoing final assembly. Coordinating center established at police headquarters for update on rescue effort. Kidnappers teacher beheaded. Protest rock Obomoshon. Students shun schools. Tinubu assures on rescue of kidnapped victims. Khan, Benga Hashim condemn abduction and demand urgent action. Oh, so sorry. What is the situation?
Well, a very sad one there. Sad one. Osun governors accord alleged planned arrest of officials, party leaders, seeks Tinubu's intervention. ADC screens Bindo, Ogboro, Adegboyega, 67 others governorship aspirant. Wow.
That's for ADC.
Alleged national security breach.
I didn't even know that Bindo has shifted to ADC. Bindo is the current governor of Adamawa State.
Are you sure?
Bindo.
Is it not Fintiri?
Fintiri, okay, is the former governor of Adamawa State.
Okay.
Yes.
We have DSS witness narrates how El Rufai's TV interview sparked phone tapping investigation. Court grants ex-governor 100 million naira bail. The wife, I think when we get to the discussion, we'll play the video.
Which was taught, of course.
Yes,
I think,
okay. All right, on your school adoption, okay, we went back to pressure. Okay, let's go to the next newspaper, please.
Paper.
Vanguard.
APC Senate primaries. Okoa, Abiodun, Uzodima win. Net Nwoko and Goje, others lose. Wow, Goje is losing for the first time. Ah, that's strange.
And she is in the Senate. She
has been in the Senate. After 2 terms as governor of Gombe State, all along he had been in the Senate.
We have Barrow, we have Bello, Oshimole, Carlo, others clinch
tickets.
With tickets. Jack Rich, Panigo, Dagogo, 41 others disqualified. Drama, consensus, protest, trail exercise.
Across the state.
It's expected, right?
Definitely.
Yes, it's expected. It's expected. Okay. Let's see what we have there up there. We have Osun government. Accord parties raises alarm over planned mass arrest of official leaders. Official leaders. Okay. Another
tapping charge. Court grants El Rufai 100 million naira bail, allegedly rearrested by DSS.
So when you grant your bail by the left, you are arrested by the right.
That has always been his situation.
Not even that. That has been the situation even in government in the past. And then, like I said, when we get to the discussion, we're going to unravel a lot of things, and then let it serve as a deterrent to other government officials. That power is transcendent. You see, today it's El Rufai and the Memefele. Who knows who next? You know, the time of Buhari, we have the likes of all of them like that. See, and our leaders used to be, not changing their pattern of doing things. Arresting and arresting.
Wow. See the huge amount of money being remitted by our people in diaspora. Diaspora remittance stabilizes at $21.8 billion in 2025, even amid global pressure. Diaspora remittances stabilize at $21.8 billion in 2025 amid global pressures. That's great.
Jury begins deliberations in Alison Madrekwe's alleged bribery trial. Okay.
This is one trial that has been going on for a very long time.
Very long time. Trial upon trial upon trial.
And that's one problem of the judicial system, actually.
Yes.
It will take
years,
decades for a court order to be.
Yes. We have teachers on your school kidnap. Teachers, students, protests, colleagues, adoptions, killings.
So Nigeria is becoming like US. Yeah, a young boy will just go with a gun and start killing people, shooting people. And now the thing has become coming like small. That's how kidnap started in Nigeria. And now if care is not taken, if this situation is not handled properly, we don't know, it will keep continuing.
Psychological problem is not it's not likened to one country. Everybody, depression is universal.
Yes, but
you can see that it's not known to us.
It's not known to us. That's what we are saying.
In this manner, but now we are beginning to see flashes of what happens in the Western world.
The Western world is coming.
Yes, like somebody who out of.
In fact, this kind of killing is very peculiar to the United States. Actually,
yes, of course.
It's more commonly peculiar to the US. It's now coming to Nigeria.
We hope it doesn't.
We hope it doesn't. See, that's how kidnap and banditry started in the north. Just like play. And the government is always playing like a classical attitude to these kind of things. And by the time they started looking at it, it has already escalated.
God will not allow it to happen in Nigeria.
That is why we are calling on them to take
this to Nigeria. I can assure you, the death toll will be very high.
Very high. I'm telling you.
People coming to the street to just shoot periodically.
Yes. So please, government should not treat this matter lightly.
With kid gloves.
Because it is always, this is the attitude of government.
They should not treat it with kid gloves at all. All right, court sets May 26 to determine Jonathan's eligibility. I want to believe that Jonathan's eligibility will be on same hands. Don't you think so? Unseen hands might play out in Jonathan's eligibility.
We don't know, but she's too big for any unseen hand to deceive or to control.
Okay, let's see.
I'm telling you, he's a former president now. It's unlike others.
No, but in this part of the world, we don't know if that's...
He has a lot at stake, unlike the others. I'm telling you.
But I would like to see him in the ballot. Honestly, I'm beginning to imagine the picture.
This title is disturbing me on this headline. Tinubu condemns killing of abducted teacher. This government interference should not stop at condemning it. Please, government should take action. Please, serious action. Government should ensure that it doesn't happen in any other state after that one. All those responsible must be arrested and then must pass through judgment.
Government should go beyond condemnation.
Yes. And when children are haunted in classroom, silence becomes complicity, says Khan. And it's true. We shouldn't allow this to continue. I'm telling you, if it continues, it will be very, very dangerous for Nigeria.
Okay. Ebola fears. Nigerian scientists want emergency border surveillance. Emergency border surveillance, that our borders are porous, and as a result of that, a lot of disease encroaching into our space.
Another interesting writer there. Obi emerges NDC sole presidential aspirant.
Wow.
That has always been expected.
Yes.
Right from the day that he announced his
nobody actually the form was closed this 3 days ago or so.
Okay.
The form was officially closed. Nobody picked up the form, just him and them.
Okay.
So now Obi is in the ballot. Tinubu is going to be in the ballot. And we don't ADC yet. We don't know who's going to be the ballot.
We don't know who.
Jonathan is going to be likely going to be the ballot by 26th.
The incumbent will be on the ballot in the name of
then we are waiting for ADC.
ADC. So we are now waiting for ADC. And then there are strong indication that the only contender on the PDP ballot will be
Jonathan.
Well,
but with a comma there.
Not any comma. That's why I said the strongest indications.
No, the yes, but the comma is there. See, let's not paint it what was not.
Because of that, court set me to Jonathan's eligibility.
Now that's the comma there.
I read a very long essay yesterday. A son giving reasons why Goodluck Jonathan will likely get cleared by the court, because he gave reasons why Jonathan is going to be.
He's not the judge.
We said he's not the judge
because I told you the first lecture I attended as a student in the university, my 100 level, coincidentally was the last lecture, 500 level law lecture.
As elective, Abi?
No.
Okay, you just
coincidentally.
Okay.
I found my way somehow. With my very funny 100 level sense.
I
just told, and I was going for lecture. I didn't even look at, only for me to turn by my left, and I see old people. I was a small boy. And the first thing that struck me was a statement from the lecturer. He said, any lawyer that wants to win any case should not be mindful of what the other lawyer is saying. His other
unmindful. Should not be unmindful.
Should not be unmindful. No, should not even bother.
Okay, should not be mindful.
Should not be mindful of what the other lawyer is saying, whether the defendant or whatever. They should be mindful of the mind of the judge.
Exactly. I agree with you.
So the judge, and that statement, I wrote it down on my screening file.
But now in Nigeria, beside the mind of the judge, there's also the influence of the powers.
The body language of the judge.
Falling. Honestly, because
okay, do you have another newspaper, please? The Punch. Daniel Amosun Rochas crash. Amosun, wow.
Amosun is former state governor, Abi?
Yes, state governor of Ogun State. He has crashed to Abiodun.
Even Benga Daniel is also another former governor.
Amosun.
Even Rochas.
Amosun was very strong, powerful.
Who? Amosun. All of those guys.
He lost. It's like he lost.
All of them there are very strong. Benga Daniel.
No, Rochas will, of course, Rochas will lose. Rosa Chokoracha will lose. Abiodun will win. Interesting times.
Interesting time, honestly.
But let's see the other parties. Like
yes, ADC screens 70 gubernatorial aspirants for primaries. 70 gubernatorial aspirants for primaries. That's interesting. So we are looking forward to seeing the presidential aspirants as well.
All right. Next newspaper, please. Do you have any other juicy right there? Okay, like, please, you can go back to the former newspaper. I think, go back, please. Okay, the Punch. We still have Lagos plans end up to discos band classification. The issue of the band A, band B, band C, and whatever band.
You know, stop doing that.
Yes, I don't know the band I belong to because my light is just banding anyhow. Sometimes it will band me into darkness, and sometimes it will band me to light. Well, US-Iran crisis. Nigerian crude nears $120 per barrel. That will become crazy, you know.
Jonathan, Attorney General of the Federation, opposed 2027 eligibility suit.
I told ya.
Jonathan, AGA, Accountant General, is it? No, Attorney General of the Federation, opposed 2027 eligibility suit.
Jonathan is speaking. Lagos.
They are both opposing the eligibility suit. You understand? Lagos shawarma vendor shot dead by suspected cultist. Tax reform. Federal government offers free dispute settlement channels.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right, we have APC disqualifies 44 ex-Ogun governors. Deputy governors orders Sean Poe, Ababio Barao, Bamidele Dume, or Shumale wins. Omogege Nwoke Izuanwane lose in disputed, polls. Okowa ex-governor Yero, and the rest of them triumph. Okay. Gunshots disrupt Ondo primaries. Thugs invade Akure voting venue. Kwara, gunshots disrupt, and Kwara erupts as Abdulrazak Mustafa comes clash. Yes. You can see that crisis
all over the place.
All over the place. All over the place. Crisis everywhere. Well, it was expected anyway.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean these candidates doesn't mean that they win the election.
But more surprises. They'll have to battle along other gladiators from other parties, other contestants from other parties.
I don't think I envy INEC this time around. Do you envy INEC?
INEC? I don't even trust INEC. That's just being fair to you. I'm telling you. I don't trust. I'm telling you. I'm speaking my mind. I don't trust INEC to run this election. I'm just telling you my mind. Honestly speaking, I don't trust them. Particularly the umpire. Yes.
All right, sports. Excuse me. Sports. We have
Nnadozie Okoye back major honors after brilliant season. I think that's one of the famous Nigerian goalkeepers, Abi.
Yes.
Safe hands. Nnadozie
is a female goalkeeper.
Okoye back major honors after brilliant season, and both of them I think are Nigerian.
Yes. With Falcons.
One of the greatest goalkeepers.
Yes. Now we see that yesterday I was privileged to watch. I watched the match between Burnley, Arsenal and Burnley. Arsenal is going for the Premiership after 22 years.
Wow.
And they have just one more match to go. Yesterday it was 2 matches to go. They had the first one yesterday. It was a fiercely contested match. The Burnley that was, underrated turned out to become the thorn in the flesh. Arsenal had to manage their way through to victory, just one goal.
That's interesting.
And you could see the tension on the faces of the fans.
The Arsenal fans.
Honestly, it was crazy. But today is a decider, because Man City is going to play with Bournemouth. And from record has it that Bournemouth has not lost 17 games stretch. So if Man City draws today, what that means is that Arsenal is the champion. Premiership champions for 2026. So Arsenal fans will be praying that Man City should draw with Bournemouth because it is likely going to happen. Because a team that has not lost 17 games unbeaten is formidable enough to stand Man City. So let's see how it goes because Man City over the weekend won the FA Cup, beating Chelsea 1-0. And again, they are still gunning for the Premiership, even though it's looking very slim. Yeah. But we are seeing that they are still powering hard to see. Arsenal have one more game to go, which is Crystal Palace away from Emirates. So that's the situation now as it stands. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Brian, for a wonderful newspaper review, and I think they were very interesting ones.
Of course.
And we hope that we say congratulations to those who won the primaries.
And also congratulations for those who lose too.
Those who lost.
They need to go and rest now. Some of them need to go and rest.
You
can't always be. Yes, you can't always.
That's
why we are congratulating.
Are you sure they are going to rest?
No, let them go.
I see them clinching tickets in other parties. They might even quickly rush.
I think the smartest one among them will just go and relax at least for this 4 years.
If they are sellable.
If they are smart, that's what I'm saying. You can
be smart and not sellable.
I'm asking them not to go and look for, not to go and contest under other platforms. I wish for them to go and take a rest, surrender, retire from politics for at least these 4 years. Let them go and rest. People like Goji. You have been governor for 8 years, then you're being inserted all the time, all times through. How about what are you looking for again? Go and rest and then come back again.
Some Nigerians might say retirement. The Senate is a place where people go to retire.
That's why I don't understand them, honestly. I see no reason why you can continuously be there.
All right, thank you very much.
Are there no other people in your state? Only you.
Well, Undume,
yeah, even Undume. That's why I said for those that have won, congratulations for them. The one that have lost also.
Undume has almost become a life senator.
But at least Undume is good. He's among the few senators that are doing good to their people.
Okay, so what matters is performance.
Exactly, performance.
If you perform very well, you can stay.
Not that you can stay, but if you decide to contest and then you win again, no problem. Go there. Do you understand?
Because of your good deeds.
Our expectation is for whoever finds himself in that Senate or the House of Reps, you are expected to represent your people. Do you understand? Make your people dividend of democracy.
Effectively.
If you are doing that, that's why there's no time limit for the number of times.
You can be pardoned for a longevity.
Exactly.
Okay, I understand.
So people like Indini are the people that are doing okay to their people. Like people are the current Speaker, House of Reps. Tajudeen Abbas. If you go to Kaduna State, generally Kaduna State, not only his constituency, he has been helping, he has been doing what is expected of him to do. So people like that can continuously be there, no problem. But when you go there and you don't even know why you are there, you keep enriching yourself.
Hello, contestants. I want to draw your attention to the statement credited to Ibrahim Shaibu. Performance determines if you perform, eligibility can be pardoned and understood. The way you're not performing, get out of here.
And you are booted out, just take a leave.
Just get out of there.
Exactly.
All right, Mr. Ibrahim, thank you very much. That will be all for the newspaper review this morning on Politics and Business Television. We'll be going on a short break, and when we return, we'll be going straight to the topic of the day. This is PMB Morning Show here in the nation's capital. My name is T.Chidi. We'll be back after this timer. Welcome back to PMB Morning Show here in the nation's capital, Abuja. Okay, my name is T.Chidi, and I have with me Mr. Ibrahim Shaibu. Mr. Ibrahim Shaibu, welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chidi, once again.
Okay, well, Mr. Ibrahim Shaibu, we have been, before now, we've been discussing on the issue of Rufai and, his continuous detention in the DSS custody. And just recently, we had a video. I don't know if you have the video. Okay, we'll be looking at the video shortly, but before then, let's just, scratch it a bit and find out, what do you think? Why the continuous detention of Rufai? The wife came out and was, in that video, and she spoke at length.
Exactly.
Very eloquently. Narrating the issues. She
narrated the pride the family is passing
the trauma the family is going through.
Continuous detention of their.
Yes. And she was like, the family is not finding it funny any longer.
Exactly.
And that she also said that the statement credited to Timmy Frank looks like something that is playing out. And that there was an agreement to keep him under the custody of the ICPC. But after a while, he was brought back to the DSS. And that a lot of things have been allegedly denied, of Rufai access, like medical and rest of it, allegedly anyway. But with time we're going to go on break and we'll play that video. But before now, I want to read out this issue now. A question was asked. Is there any political undertone to that? And she answered in affirmative, yes. That of course. Now, Mr. Brian, what do you think about this continued detention? What's your take?
First and foremost,
what are your suspicions?
First and foremost, detention of Malam Nasir Rufai, continuous detention of Malam Nasir Rufai for the past 91 days to many Nigerians, and for many Nigerians, has some political undertones. Because this is a guy that evidently, clearly shows to Nigerians that he's anti this party. And then his statement during his Aras TV interview that he has access to typing of phones belonging to the National Security Advisor was actually the reason why he was in the first place arrested and then put under detention.
Yes.
However, on several occasions, he has been released, and then only after release, before he will leave the place, then another different security agency will now come and arrest him. But this time around, he was given bail by Justice Joyce Abdul Malik of the Federal High Court Abuja, granting him bail, and then they adjourned it to 1 p.m., during which the paperwork will be done, pending which will be now released to his family. Then suddenly, after the court have resumed session, the DSS people arrived and then tried to whisk him down to their facility. And doing that actually is some kind of violation of subsisting court order, especially following proceeding of the court at the Federal High Court in Abuja. They should have allowed the proceeding to continue. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because there was no business of them holding them in their place, the DSS.
Keeping him under custody for this long.
For this long. Especially when this Federal High Court has already granted him bail.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then for one thing, initially, the court granted him permission and access to his private doctor and his private lawyers, but they denied him all this when he was in custody.
Yes. Now we are looking at, this issue of granting court orders and disobeying court orders. Don't you think it's dangerous for democracy? It is.
But you see, people in position of authority like to play this card quite often than not. Even the Malam Nasir Rufai himself had at one time been accused of doing such. Do you understand? I could remember there was a time when he was governor of Kaduna, said when he dethroned some traditional rulers from their position, particularly those we call Hakimis, who are the district head, they took the matter to court. And the court now ruled in favor, partly in favor of some of the Hakimis. But Nasir refused to order those court orders. Do you understand? But so when one person does something wrong, we cannot, two wrongs do not make a right
at all.
So the fact that Nasir at one time or the other, when he was governor, has also flouted court orders, doesn't mean that another administration will come and repeat the same.
Yes, but I want to take it up from there. In as much as possible, I am not comfortable with what's going on, with, surrounding the stories of Malam Rufai. I also want to sound a note of warning to our political leaders.
Yes,
they should understand that power is transcendent, and that when it's your turn, you should try to respect court orders. What goes around has a way of coming around.
Like the Gen Z say,
yes,
karma is a bitch.
That's what they say.
Come back. Yes,
it doesn't come back.
It will always come back.
It will always come back.
Yes, exactly.
It will always come back. So I don't know. Are we ready? I would like us to watch a particular video, the interview granted by the second wife of Malam Rufai, and on the state of things, concerning Malam Rufai. Please, let's have the video.
Doctor was coming, and I asked the question, did you go and tell Malam that the doctor is here? And he said, I don't want to see him. They didn't answer me that. I asked Malam. Malam said nobody told him. So I said, even if Malam said he didn't know the doctor is here, you took him to the hospital. You sat down when the tests were run. You agreed with us that the doctors will come and interpret the results to him. So what are you talking about, saying that we need to write another letter? Mind you, from day one, the judge, Justice Aikawa in Kaduna, has given an order, a court order, saying that Malam should have unfettered access to his lawyers and to his medical, to his doctors, to his personal physicians. That has been denied. And so they are now telling us that for everything we are going to do, we need to write a letter to the chairman of ICPC. That said and done. This morning, Malam was taken to the Federal High Court before Justice Abdul Malik. She granted bail, stood down the matter, and for 1 o'clock, when she stood down the matter after giving the bail for 1 o'clock to continue hearing, They brought him to DSS. And he said to them, I am not going to step down because there are 2 court orders that the Kaduna court gave that I should be remanded with ICPC. Why are you bringing me here? They said, no, it's just for you to wait until the 1 o'clock. He said, no, I am not a furniture to be moved. You should have told me that. You just don't tell me, carry me anywhere and just expected me to accept whatever it is that you... So they took him back to ICPC. I went and saw him. He told me this. Then we went back for the trial. The plaintiff, the accusers, the government now asked for the matter to be adjourned. They should be given time. And the judge said, tomorrow we resume. Now, instead of taking him back to ICPC, they brought him to DSS. As I'm talking to you, he has refused to get down from the car, and he told them that if you want to take me inside DSS custody, you will have to physically force me into doing this, because you had an agreement. When Judge Abdul Malik said I should go to DSS in the first instance, we told her that there are subsisting orders, and she said, look, let DSS and ICPC go and decide who will keep him. And you people decided that you're keeping me with ICPC. What has changed? Why are you bringing me here now? Now, we are worried as a family because we've just seen what Timmy Frank has said. And they've told us point blank that no family member will see him again. So what happens to his feeding? Does that mean that they will feed him themselves? We're asking this question. What if he refused to eat their food? Would he be forced to eat?
So what are your demands? What are your demands?
His immediate release back to ICPC. We want them to honor the agreement that they had. Even though we are not privy to it, they should honor it. They should take him back to DSS, to ICPC, so that we continue as the courts in Kaduna have directed. They are all security agencies. I don't know what they are afraid of, that they are now moving him from one place to the other. This man will be taken to court in the morning from here to Kaduna at 5 a.m. He will appear in court and he will be brought back to Abuja. Then he will be taken back the next day again for another hearing. And then he will be brought back. He has not jumped anything. He has not caused any problem. Why? We are asking, we are demanding. As family members, we have been traumatized enough. We don't sleep. We don't know. Every day we get a threat. DSS is coming to raid your house. ICPC is coming to raid your house. Police are coming to raid your house. You are being followed. Our phones are tapped. What is this? If Mala has done something, let the court decide. We are law-abiding citizens. All we want is let the law courts decide whether he is guilty or not. Let the trial hold. Let the world witness whether justice is being done. Okay. Because the truth is that whenever these shenanigans happen, there must be an underlying reason.
Okay, do you suspect any political undertone?
Of course it is a political undertone, sir. I have no doubt in my mind. Who keeps a person for 89 days, 79, 89 days? Yes, there are court orders, but how did they get the court orders? Why were the terms of the bail so stringent that it's practically impossible for anybody to meet it? Why do you have to say that Kaduna State Council of Chiefs will have to give an attestation? Why? Is he being tried in Kaduna? The court is here.
Okay.
Or why are we saying that it has to be a government staff of level 17? Yes, okay. With a house in Asokoro or Maitama, who will come out and do that? Tell me. Which civil servants has 100 million? What are we trying to do? Are we trying to make people to come out so that they can be targeted too? Please.
For the benefit of those who are just coming, please, your name was again.
Sorry?
For the benefit of those who are
My name is Asia Ahmad El Rufai. I am the wife of Malam Nasir El Rufai, his second wife.
Yes.
I'm a lawyer by training. By God's grace, 34 years as a lawyer. So I know what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, go ahead.
No.
It's like, which is now.
Mama Saka.
Was it Magana?
Aisha should speak. Bello should speak.
Senator Lana as well.
Yeah.
So I'll wait for Senator Lana. Okay, me Magana, exactly. Okay.
Okay. Sir, can we get to know your full names and designation?
Yeah, I am Dr. Uche Diala. I am the Director General of Rufai Support Group Association. I just want to add one or two things to what.
Okay, that was the video footage interview granted by Hasia Malam El Rufai's second wife, a lawyer by training, and an experienced one by that. And you can see the various media houses, with the cameras on her, trying to find out the situation of things. Madam Ibrahim, what do you think? What you can see, lots and lots of,
Actually,
statements there. You could see the emotions, you could see the trauma in her voice. And I want to also salute her confidence to stand in front of the media to also explain details of what's going on. You can see from what she's saying that there's a serious political undertone to what's going on and the continued detention, the DSS, and that there was an agreement to keep him,
under the DSS custody,
the
ICPC
custody.
Yes,
Why
exactly.
the DSS?
Exactly.
And that the threat, the statement credited to Timmy Frank, who is the former assistant publicity secretary to the APC, is looking like something that is, playing out allegedly here.
No, I'm of the view that probably the allegation and the revelation made by Timmy Frank initially, alleging that there are plans underway to attempt to poison or to harm Malam Nasir El Rufai, might have been one of the reasons why, in the first place, Justice Joyce decided to grant him bail. Because earlier on, they were even thinking that he might be poisoned, particularly when they stopped denying him access to his family and denying their family access to him to be taking him. You can understand, you can see when the wife said, they stop us from seeing him. What will happen to his feeding?
She even said that they told them point blank.
Exactly.
They're not going to see.
You are not going to see him any longer. Then she asked, are you now going to be responsible for his feeding? And these are the points raised by Timmy Frank initially, that they may decide to allegedly poison him and then maybe release him after they might have poisoned him. So that even if anything is going to happen, it will happen as planned when he is out of detention, not when he's in their custody. So I sympathize with the family. You can see that she was concerned that they are being intimidated, harassed, the kind of harassment they are going through. Their phones are being tampered. That from time to time, security agencies will come and raid their houses, check this, check that place. So this is very, very unfortunate, actually. And then I'm even confused. Why will they say the Kaduna State Committee of Chiefs will have to come some compensation? Why? You remember, he had a similar case with the Kaduna State Emirate Councils. I told you, when to dethrone some of them, particularly the Hakimis. What do you call Hakimis in English? The district heads. They took him to court. They won their case, and then Rufai decided to honor court decision of the court to bring them back to power.
Okay.
So they now brought in the Emirate Council to be part of his case. Who does that?
That's the video, another video showing Rufai confidence there, smiling.
So what I think is that I think it is very, very unfortunate that he will be released, and then for the DSS to now come and take him back to custody, even after the court instructed that he should be returned to the custody of the ICPC, not the DSS.
All right.
This is my take on that.
Okay, just joining us in the studio now is one of us, an in-house analyst, Madam Mickey. Good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
Yes, Madam Mickey, you just joined us now, and I'm sure you've heard a little what's going on, and the continuous detention and refusal to grant Rufai, to release Rufai after bail, granted by the Federal High Court. sitting as in the Kaduna, right?
Yes.
What's your take, madam? Make a quick one so that we can then see
Right.
what...
First of all, I really sympathize with Madam El Rufai because clearly it's getting clearer by the day that this has political undertones at this point, because the situation whereby bail, very stringent bail conditions were given to him, very stringent, and they were able to meet up all of them. And at the end of the day, he was to be released. And then this DSS, that's where there's a problem. This, should I call it executive overreach of the DSS, needs to be curtailed. Every time we find this happening, and the problem in Nigeria now being that when we don't speak up for one, it will turn around to attack another. It's exactly what the DSS did to Omoyele Sowore. In fact, they stormed into the premises of the courtroom heavily armed, and that is not even allowed, even in international law. But here the DSS appears so lawless. And my problem with this DSS is that why don't you then do the same storming exercise and that kind of grabbing even on bail? Why don't you do that for the terrorists, the killers, the murderers, and those type of criminals? Whereas we see you going after these people wherever there's a political coloration. We see the zeal, the overzealousness, and the overreach of the DSS. Now, this detention clearly is illegal. If you've been released in the first place, any act of, should I say, misappropriation is bailable. It's only capital offenses like murder, maybe very serious, grievous body harm. Those ones are the ones that you can say, no need of applying for bail, or bail will be refused. In fact, in some cases, we've even seen some people going out on bail on that. How much less, a lesser charge than this? And you are being charged by the ICPC and then being detained by the DSS. The DSS should not constitute themselves practically into kidnappers that are now holding people in detention illegally. They're almost dovetailing into the same type of behavior that kidnappers are displaying. And there needs to be an executive order to stop this executive overreach as it is. Or else, who will be safe?
But I want to also ask you to find out something. Don't you think, okay, that this issue should serve as a deterrent to other political leaders? Because it appears that this is one of those detentions, disobeying of court orders that has characterized our polity, especially when a particular government goes out and a fresh one comes in. We don't know what is going to happen after this very government. Who else is going to be detained, and which other court orders is going to be disobeyed? Because we see that happen in previous governments. Don't you think so?
I think so, but as like I said, so much happens, nothing is learned. Because you would have thought that if this had happened to so-and-so person after the end of that administration, let me rather be very careful with the people that I am picking. Let me only pick up those who are guilty. If found guilty, then, and if to be released on bail, release them. But no, we see the same regular pattern continuing. And like you were rightly saying, what you are running from in this, this period, next time it's going to come and grab you in the where.
Yeah, so that's the situation we find ourselves this time around. And now, what do you think the government should be doing now? Are they going to, because according to this interview granted by the wife of El Rufai, the second wife, she said that the civil servant was asked to come with a grade level 17 and 100 million naira.
And
is it a house?
Facility in Abuja, yes.
Yes.
Well, looking at house or any landed property.
Is it that
not any landed property? In fact, they specified it must be in highbrow area.
Wow.
This house must either be in Maitama or Asokoro. Nowhere else.
And the civil servant, which civil servant can afford that?
No, they can. They have those that can.
Civil servant.
Yeah, of course.
Civil servant means from permanent secretary downward.
Well,
just permanent secretary, just permanent directors. It's even directors. Permanent secretary is a consolidated rank.
Yes,
he's not on grade level.
Yes.
Some sects are not on grade level.
Yes.
So that level 17 is senior director. Then which senior director can have a property?
She made a comment that is it that they want somebody to come out
and 100 million. Any civil servant will come and say, yes, I have this facility, I have this house in Asokoro. He will be arrested now. Director, level 17.
True.
And 100 million.
These conditions were really stringent, unimaginable conditions.
You say, who will do that? So is it a setup?
Do that, exactly. It's a setup now. Tell me a director, federal government director at level 17 that will come and say, I have a house in Asokoro or Maitama and I have 100 million naira. If you can bring out 100 million naira and keep as a bill, then how much do you have as a director? Where did you get those monies from?
What's your salary? What's your salary scale like? What's your salary take home?
Exactly. Because when you say permanent
Even though we know that we have directors that have more than that, we have. You know,
who will come out? Then who will come
There are
out
some
and declare
ministers,
that-
directors that can
see who will
offer
come,
300 million.
Listen now, CK. Who will come out and say yes, I have it?
And that's the problem.
Oh, okay, now.
Looking at this, the sensitive
Okay,
nature of the
now.
matter.
So honestly, what even
We
disturbs
have
me
directors
more-
allegedly
what
that have
even
that kind of
disturbs me
money and
greatly
pay.
is for the security agencies to allow themselves to be used by whatever government is in power to terrorize, humiliate, do you understand, embarrass other political opponent. Is very, very unfortunate. Because tomorrow, the same person you oppress may become the leader tomorrow. What do you expect will happen?
Remind you, the DSS is an elitist
Yes.
police.
And
We know that.
see, let's assume now, I'm now Nasuru. And you are a DSS agent, DSS personnel. And
Yeah.
you treat me that way. And tomorrow I ended up becoming vice president or president. What do you think I will do to you? And I know you are there.
No, you work with me.
I will not work with you. I will chew bank and account. I'm telling you. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. And they know it. And they know it.
So we really have to give thanks and kudos to some people who have been speaking out. In fact, those who have
Honestly.
voices that are speaking out. Talking about that,
All right,
Abubakar, who had announced that he would like to see El Rufai out before the Salah celebration to celebrate with his family, being that his case is bailable. We also want to
I think they adjourned the case to today.
Yes.
Yes.
We also want to appreciate the wife. In fact, the wives. That's one thing you need to have a woman being educated. The difference is clear.
Exactly.
Because others probably would have been wailing, and you would be wailing at the backyard, and who would have heard their voices? Not unknown. It would have been unknown to us that they were not even allowed to give him food. They were not allowed access to.
Exactly.
We wouldn't
Exactly.
have been able to.
I
know
would- and I
all
wouldn't have
this.
even fight
We would
it.
have been in there suffering in silence. You know, so it's quite important.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ibrahim Shaibu and Madam Nikki. Even though you just came in quickly, and at least you've done well in trying to analyze the issue on ground. We'll be going on a short break, and when we return, we'll go straight to the next topic. This is PMB Morning Show here in the nation's capital. My name is Tichidi Kenneth. We'll be back after this time out. Good morning and welcome back to the PMB Morning Show here in the city of Abuja. My name is Tichidi Kenneth, and I still have with me my co-host and analyst, Mr. Ibrahim Shaibu and Madam Nikki. All right, this time away from this, from El Rufai's detention saga. The race to the 2027 presidential election is becoming more interesting as we are witnessing a twist of event in the scheme of things. The readiness of the former president Goodluck Jonathan to join the race come 2027 has sparked up serious debate and added more drama to the process, leaving political analysts with more job of calculating the possible chances of who will grab the victory. Some critics also will ask, is it a political strategy to unsettle a particular candidate? What are his chances of winning? Is Jonathan done with his widespread consultations? Ladies and gentlemen in the studio, what do you think? Who is going to keep the first shot? Madam Mickey. Jonathan is set to
join presidential race. Well, his court case actually came up yesterday. And this case is a case of eligibility. Is he eligible to contest or not? That question still hanging in the balance because the case was
adjourned to 26th.
Made it 26th.
That will be this Friday.
The 19th, right?
Is it this Friday or Monday?
26th.
Next week. Next week. Right?
Mm.
So as it is now, he's the one who is going to be the sole presidential candidate to be screened today. Maybe what should happen now is that he's thinking, okay, let me just go through the processes based on the timetable, make sure that all I am to do, I have fulfilled, and then find out what. But his prayer to the court actually is that the case be thrown out all to ab initio. He says he's that shouldn't even be a matter that should arise before the court. Now, his word.
Is he saying that the matter lacks merit?
Yes, he's saying the matter lacks merit and should actually be thrown out of court. It shouldn't be entertained.
Okay.
And in fact, he's even asking them to pay him and his legal team damages for bringing him to court over
Legal inconveniences.
Yes, legal inconveniences and frivolous petitions. In the meantime, now what has he said? The time some youths came over to his house, he said, I've heard you, I will consult widely, I will see what I'm going to do about it.
And the wider. Has he ended?
Yeah, the first place he nibbled at was the NDC, Nigeria Democratic Congress, we saw him paying visits to the chairman of the which the national leader, that's former governor of Bayelsa, Seriaki Dixon. After which we now saw him, pictorially with some of the PDP, should I call the PDP factional executives. Now we're made to understand that today he's going to go to that same faction for his screening as a sole presidential candidate. So what we need to understand is that there is a high possibility that at least he's making moves towards contesting the 2027 election. Will he continue up to the point of the ballot, the general election? That remains to be seen.
Yes, that remains to be seen because the PDP itself is already divided into two factions.
We have the backing one, yes, we have the led one.
We have the Wike led, we have the Wike led.
Is it led or backed? Which one is backing?
Wike led. They're marking, they're backed.
One is leading and one is backing.
Yeah, exactly. So now, even if Jonathan ultimately ended up becoming the one screened to represent the party as his presidential candidate, then which PDP?
Which of the PDP?
Probably now the other led one is waiting to see what will happen before they will now
say for the backed one.
They will now say, okay, we are also PDP. He's not our candidate. Are we going to see a situation whereby the PDP will now throw to the public two presidential candidates under two different platforms, or what?
Under the same platform and two different factions.
Yes.
And Makinde has also picked up the ticket for APM /
that one
PDP.
He has not picked up, have you?
Yes.
No, he just made a statement to the effect that he is going to pick a ticket.
No, he's
aspirant for now.
He's an aspirant.
Yes. So for the PDP, that is crazy. Even you behind the scene, you told me that there is no light still at the end of the tunnel. Or you told me that initially, particularly as regards the Jonathan something, because the PDP is not yet a solidified singular political entity for now.
And remember, when Wike was coming in, and Wike was coming in as Rivers governor. Remember, there was a complete this
exactly
him and President Jonathan, so he would never pitch camps with the Wike, should I call it Wike faction, and that camp too would want to see to it that he must never emerge as a ticket.
That is the problem now
as a ticket holder.
Beside that, the whole thing would have been a very exciting game to see. All those political.
So are you saying you would like to see?
I would like to see whereby Jonathan is on the ballot, the ballot, the ballot,
the Jagaban, and the marking days.
You will not definitely end up in a situation where
they don't forget marking
a clear winner.
It's
impossible for a clear winner to emerge out of this contest.
Out of this fight,
I am telling you. So what we are saying in essence is that the prophecy of Malam Nasir El-Rufai is gradually coming to play. I think they have to go to the second round. Second round always takes place between only two candidates, the first and the runner-up. If there are 4 contestants or 5 contestants, the running up with the second round will only take place between 2.
Let me ask you, what do you think will be going on in the minds of INEC by now? Well, do you envy INEC as
I told you, you asked me this question in which I want a discussion.
Yes,
I said I don't envy INEC. I pity them and I don't trust them. That's what I said.
Okay, you pity them
and I don't trust them.
I don't trust them. You pity them and
I don't envy them at all. I do not envy anybody who's in INEC because everything will rise and fall on them. And as it is now, it's already wobbling because what we saw from the APC primaries was not very palatable at all because ideally some of these
we saw that as the headlines where the ADC primaries ended up a lot of
I thought the electoral law suggested that INEC should attend all the places, all the venues of primaries.
Right.
Were they there when people were being counted 10, 100, 140?
That is in political calculus. We saw.
Under indefinite integration, I'm telling you. Indefinite integration.
Well, Mickey, you were saying something.
Yeah. No, I'm saying did INEC was there? Did they cancel them? Because if you didn't, that already begins to give us a little bit of tears on our eyes.
Yes, mathematical tears. I like to put the one. But now let's come to the eligibility of Jonathan.
Yeah.
26th of May. judgment has been reserved for final, hearing or final ruling, as the case may be. Is Jonathan likely going to survive that ruling?
The ruling in
Because we have two swearing in, some were like two swearing in, some were like not 2 term. One was as a result of doctrine of necessity,
right, and
one was saying, okay, no, 2 swearing in is swearing in. Swearing in is swearing in either way. But he was sworn in, there's a swear. There's a swear.
I don't want to dwell on that swearing in term, because the constitution has clearly provided that in Nigeria, every Nigerian has the right for 2 terms, isn't it? 2 terms. It's 4-year term for 2 successive terms, which makes a total of 8 years terms. Do you understand? Now, Jonathan contested on his own, isn't it? And won once. Then the other one was he just completed the tenure.
That's a doctrine of necessity, as a result of
necessity. So I don't think that one should be considered at his own tenure. It's somebody else's tenure that he completed. The one that he represented himself as a candidate, won the form and contested for is just 1 term. That was the first time that he contested. So I see no reason why you can deny him his second coming. For me, I told you that as a layman, my own layman interpretation.
Unfortunately, you are not the Supreme Court.
I'm not the Supreme Court. No, you asked a question. That's why I'm saying that. That's what I'm
for me, I would have expected such a case would have expedited hearing. May 26, when are party primaries? And what is the deadline given by INEC? So I'm seeing as if a banana peels are on his way.
No. Mind you, they said the soul.
Because
so Obi has already emerged as soul. They say he is the soul.
Right.
There might not be primaries anymore.
Okay, I see what you mean. It would just be
yes. When the rule of 26, 27, they declare him so.
Unless the weekend let faction decide to say no, we don't know.
We have not heard from the league.
They are waiting for him to pick to be screened and then pick the.
But who is behind the weekend leg? Do you have any people there?
It's the weekend himself now. Why are you asking this question?
Is he standing alone?
Can't you hear the name of the faction? Weekend led PDP.
So he's the one leading.
Yeah, he's the one leading the other faction.
There's a caretaker committee in place.
Now, I want to ask a very sensitive question in respect to this issue. Is this coming of Jonathan? Some Nigerians have argued that somebody somewhere is pushing Jonathan to deplete the chances of another candidate winning the election, not necessarily for him to come and win. What do you think? How do you make of that statement? Is it true? There is a calculated attempt to inject him into the system so as to deplete the chances of another candidate. But we know this is politics. You never can tell if that is true. Some Nigerians are arguing of that opinion. What do you think, Madam Mickey?
For me, I don't even see
it's a chess game.
I do not see him on the ballot. I don't see him on that ballot.
You can't see him on the ballot.
No.
You don't see who?
I don't see him on the ballot.
You mean Jonathan? So these are just political shakeups.
I think so.
I
see them as shakeups.
He will eventually not end up in the ballot. Are you sorry?
I don't see him on the ballot.
I'm surprised to hear this from you, Madam Vicky.
I beg to differ with her here. We always think alike, but here I beg to differ. You know why I say that?
Cross purposes.
Exactly. You know why I say that? Because for a long time, even before now, Jonathan has been going around, particularly in the north. I know he likes to visit places, identify with the people, do wonderful things. Do you understand? And these are things that give political colorations. And then before now, people have been asking to please come back for a second time. We are sorry what we did for you. We are now realizing that you are the better person to lead this country, particularly in the north. I don't know about the other regions. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I have the feeling that he might have been nursing this ambition to come and complete his term, his tenure. After all, immediately after his second tenure, that first tenure, he came out to contest. It's just that he did not win, isn't it? So I just feel that maybe he's doing it truly. He's doing it because he's answering the call of Nigerians who want him to come and serve a second time. So I still see him. I still try to picture him on the ballot.
So he's likely going to be on the ballot.
Exactly. And if he happens to be on the ballot,
what are his chances now? That's the next question.
First, before I tell you his chances, I will tell you his chances. But first of all, if he happens to be on the ballot,
yes,
he already has my vote.
We're not here to say.
Yeah, no, I'm a Nigerian now. I can vote wherever I want. I'm just telling you. Then number 2, I can see him winning or becoming the second person that will do the runner-up. I'm telling you.
Madam Nikki,
well,
he says he eventually becomes the flag bearer of the PDP, even despite the factions of the weekend and the rest of the that you see him winning. and that he's going to vote for him.
Of course.
Even though I don't want that was not necessary in this platform. Keep your choice to your heart.
I'm coming here as your guest, so I'm free to express my view.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you.
My own is that remember that there's opposition right from the home front. Remember that Dame Patience Jonathan, Mama Africa, said categorically that
there is God,
that she is going all out and will campaign for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. She's campaigning for the APC. She does not want to see a situation whereby there's a return to Asoro by Dr. Goodluck Jonathan.
She's free to go there, and we are free to go vote for the person we want.
Oh, she said she's going to campaign?
She said categorically.
Yes, she said that. She said that, of course, that she's all out for PBAT.
Okay, but now that her husband is likely going to be on the ballot.
She was discouraging the husband from contesting.
Yes. What do we what more would we want?
I read it.
I would not want us to go back.
That why did he forget? Exactly. Why did he forget there that he's going back to take?
So you mean this political play or political activity is playing into marriage now? Let's see how it goes. But them patient Jonathan is very powerful. So I think I want to believe you because the wife has a way of telling the husband, "Okay, go sit down." But that means if Jonathan does not eventually apply, the vote, she might end up not campaigning for the incumbent. Is that what she said?
That was not what she said. That wasn't what she said in public.
Okay,
so let's see.
I am surprised that you haven't.
I'm looking at well, no matter how, you can't know everything.
Exactly, that's true.
You can't know everything.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Some of us are not even good.
But honestly, Jonathan has the whole game, the whole scenario will be very, very exciting if Jonathan were to be on the ballot.
But with the wife coming to kick against him now,
the northern vote, the south vote will split. Particularly the northern vote. Coming of Jonathan on the ballot vote will
remind you of 7,000 bags of rice.
Will shake Atiku and also shake Tinubu. I'm telling you. But if you remove Jonathan from the ballot now, it will not be as exciting as I want it to be.
And I want it to be exciting.
Honestly speaking,
I want it to be exciting. All right, thank you very much. I think I don't know if that if I can accommodate this very question before we wrap it up on this section, and then we go to the next section, which is the what's trending. Yes, I want to ask this question, a very silent one. Is Jonathan actually done with his widespread consultation? Just recently he said he's still consulting widely. How wide? Is it done?
How can someone who's going for screening today be done with it? No, not at all. He's consulting.
And he's screening as well.
He's going full.
I thought he might have been done with screening and then with consulting. That was what made him to go.
The fact that he's there for the screening shows you that consultation has been done.
Yeah.
In a short while,
you are on with consultation up until the minute before the primaries. You are still
consulting
and the horse trading. So no, there's still consultation.
So you mean there's every likelihood that he might drop?
High-level consultation.
He may decide to pull out at the last minute, isn't it? We are just asking too. Let me also now become the outcome.
He might decide to pull out, but we're not hearing
you. Who said that? It's going to be.
But wait a minute.
I don't know what is keeping my sister stick a little bit with her words today. Just tell us. Maybe there's something she knows.
To please prophesy.
Okay, let's leave it at that.
Your followers and your fans. An ardent follower of Primate Ayodele. She is calling for your prophecy this time around. One of God, prophesy. Okay? That means a lot of prophecy will come up this time around.
In fact, I'm expecting one today from Primate Ayodele.
Okay.
Of course, you will time it after the news has come out. This morning. We need to know the prophecy.
Exactly.
It's not when it's screened.
Not post event.
So that at least my sister will have her voice back.
My. All right, thank you very much. It's been wonderful, discussing this issue of Jonathan. It's endless, but trust me, in my own opinion, I think I want to see Jonathan in the ballot. I want a Jonathan, I want an Atiku, I want an Obi, I want a Makinde, and I want a Bola Ahmed Tinubu. 5 gladiators, honestly speaking, that will be an interesting one to see or to behold come 2027. On this note, gentlemen, we're going to end it here and wrap it up. Then we go to the next segment of the morning show, which is what is trending on Politics and Business Television. Thank you very much, viewers, and keep watching. Just stay put. We'll be right back after this time out, and we go straight to what's trending by Josephine Ferry. I call her Josephine White. Bye-bye. Back.
Videos.
All right, good morning. Welcome back to PMB Morning Show. This is the last segment of the show this morning. And guess what? It's what's trending. Everybody wants to know what is going on in Nigeria. The latest video events, happenings making the round in the country. And I see here with me the entire crew this time around with, Ferry Josephine interview. Clock what? You don't want to say it to your other. Are you keeping balance?
No, of course I'm committed. I cannot continue without saying a beautiful morning to the woman representing the women in the panel.
Why I don't like this women empowerment
and the white hair. White hair.
Baba.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's the wisdom of the house. Talking from a fatherly angle. When you finish seeing it as the Gen Z and
Morning, Josephine.
Exactly. She wants to destroy it.
Because you go blow my head out.
Before you know that, you got the election.
Mine is a wig. There's white.
there is
There's white.
Okay, you're still young now.
There's white.
There's no white there.
No man, she's competing with me.
Me and you have the same. Two of you have the same. There's left and right things. All right, Ferry White, what do we have?
We have quite a lot of interesting things. Permit me to greet our viewers. Good morning. And did you notice a little bit of touch on my hair? You see this? It's beautiful, right? So I was just walking on the street this morning. I saw this beautiful flower and I decided to pluck it and decorate my hair.
You made the bees. You escort it to the studio.
No. You choose things that makes you happy. And I chose this little beautiful rose this morning to make me happy.
I'll plant more near your house. All right.
Good morning, viewers. So we go straight into what's trending this morning. We bring a sad video, I would say, Eva. The people that are meant to protect us are the people extorting us. A sad video that came out from Rivers State. It has been trending for a while. There is this person that called some months go into a live radio program that's on Rekete Family. So he called to complain about the fact that he was extorted by some Nigerian policemen in Mufti in the Rivers State. It just came out from his site and they just called him and made them transfer more than ₦1 million for just no reason. And a lot of those kind of videos have been coming out from that part of the country. It's sad, it's heartbreaking. We keep asking why. If these people that are meant to protect us are the people that are doing this, then who do we run to when the time comes? So let's have the video and we'll have your takes.
All right, what up, these guys behind me are policemen who have been arrested because they were caught stealing, extorting, kidnapping, conspiring against their fellow Nigerians. They put on uniform to secure you and they ended up doing what? Robbing you. So the Rivers State Police Command has arrested them. 8 of them, inspectors. 8 inspectors. Some of them are from this command, the Rivers Police Command. The other ones are from Zone 16 Bayelsa. So they come from Bayelsa, operate in Rivers State, extort money from people and escape. Now, the first bureau just finished his briefing now. What did he say? He said they have recovered about 7.8 million naira from these men. So their mode of operation, they use keke bus, which is banned by the Inspector General of Police. They go after people, open their phones, transfer money from your bank app to their own accounts, and all these things are not good. So thankfully, the Rivers Police Command is doing a lot about this. Hopefully, I hope this can serve as an example to other officers out there. Indeed, this will not be tolerated. And finally, if you are a victim of police extortion, brutality, torture, whatever, please reach out to the police command. Reach out to the police command. They will do something about it. So that's the message here from the Rivers State Police Command. Thank you. I'm out. 35 years of age. 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 35 years of
AP number 305575, Inspector Eyibo Asukwo, male, age 41 years of age. AP number 38. It's not working. You have mic? Yes. Eh? Yes, please. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's see what come and do this thing now. I'm going to declare now.
Okay, I think this area is one area I have in-depth understanding. You see why I was saying the other day that it is good to understand the ranks, describe the ranks of officers. When I was about saying it, I think one person here was trying to play down it. You can see what they were calling the AP number. The AP number is the first number, you know, and then you can see the ranks, inspectors. So when you see an inspector, how do you know he's an inspector? They were able to identify these men using their ranks. Do you understand? Which is very important for Nigerians to know these things. It's so sad, and I want to commend the IG of Inspector General of Police, Disu, for doing a very good. It shows that the Nigerian police is actually, you know, taking shape. That was the first statement he made upon assuming office, that is going to make sure he curb all this nonsense. And this will serve as a deterrent to other policemen that are into all forms of extortion, not just on the road. Extortion at various police, what we call police stations or police divisions. I have one particularly, I wouldn't want to call that division name, but I think I'm monitoring that particular IPO. A case that is not even a civil matter, that is not even eligible enough to appear before the division. You will extort money from both complainant and both and suspects. Thank you very much, IGP Disu, for this is just the beginning. I want to see more of this. We have a lot of bad eggs in the police force. Trust me, lots of bad eggs in the police force. And this, I want to believe they are watching this, because Nigerians, when you see them say something, expose them. Let the people know what is going on, because this is not good. People that have been employed to protect us, and these men are carrying arms. You can see them 41, 40 years and above, and you see they terrorize you. Some of them allegedly go with POS. Of course. Instead of arresting criminals that are going for young boys, they see with a Mercedes-Benz car or a Lexus car, they just pick you up. And some point we saw the situation where a boy was shot at close range. Was it in Delta State? And they got quite long that we ended the end SARS protest that almost erupted the whole nation. And here we are again seeing this kind of nonsense. It shows that some of the policemen have not learned their lessons. And that I still want to end by saying thank you very much, IGP Disu. Thank you.
I will speak from an angle, right? My grandfather was a police officer before he died. I read one of the article, an interview, a magazine then interviewed him. My grandma has a lot of those. So I read one where they asked him, why do the policemen stand on checkpoints and collect those 10 naira? At that time, it have stayed. Yes, at that time it was 10 naira, 5 naira. It was written there 10 naira, 5 naira. So, those little money, but then they have value, and of course. So he said, now imagine the system. If the people that are meant to protect you are not protected, they don't feel protected. Those things that they protecting of life and properties, who is watching over their own family? Who is protecting them?
That's being the policemen themselves.
Yes. Do you understand? He was throwing this question back at the person interviewing him. When you, it's just like telling a doctor to treat you, and that doctor is suffering from malaria. Do you understand?
Who's going to treat him?
Who is going to treat him?
Another doctor now.
Do you understand? So these people, there are some things they need in place. They need did you see the police barracks? And let me talk about the one I know, the police barracks in Jos. That where? In Jos, in Plateau State.
Jos is that we are just talking about the police barrack global nationwide.
Let me talk about the ones I know. That is not to justify their acts, because that is cruelty to the highest order. That is not to justify their acts. But also, we are not to overrule the fact that those people are going through a phase themselves. How much is their salaries? How much are they being paid? Is it enough to take care of them? How is their health scheme? Do they have any health insurance? Do they have, how's their housing? How are they living? How is their well-being, their mental health? Are they going through any therapy?
Were they properly trained?
Were they properly trained? Were they qualified? Are there sessions, moments where they take them to, train them, retrain them, bring them up to date with the society, the way terrorism is changing? And are there all of those things in place for the policemen? Or you just train them once and then they just go to the next training when they want to go for another rank or something? All of those things are some of the things that we need to check before we now start questioning why there are people like that, because we're not saying that all police officers are like that. I know few that are very good, that are disciplines, that their integrity is in check, that they will never ever succumb to things like that. In fact, I for once, I've been in a encounter with a policeman that after everything, he didn't collect a dime. When it was time to bail the person, he said, go, sign and go. They didn't collect a dime, a police station in Jos.
But the percentage is low.
It's very low. It's very low compared to the bad ones we have. Do you understand? So what system are the police, the entity, the whole entity, what are they doing? What are their plans to curb this thing? Because unfortunately, it's on the rise daily. You see a lot of illegal checkpoints. There was a video by this comedian MC Okirika over the week. He's been arrested right now because there was a police officer with Indian hemp on a checkpoint. The same people that are supposed to...
Indian hemp?
Yes.
You mean what we call Igbo in our local... If you call it Igbo now, that's Igbo. It's Igbo, that's what we call it.
You can imagine a police officer with that. That is,
and after smoking, that is, you know, there's a joke that said when you are done taking such intoxicants, whatever you do is AI.
Before you hear it now, say accidental discharge.
All right, let me because I still have one or two things to say, but let me help Mr. Brian. Our father in the house. I'm sorry, I don't think I just smiling.
Fatherly angle.
Yes, you see, you made reference to a story, an interview in the past you read about a relative of yours who was granting an interview that they were taking all these 5 naira, 10 naira bribes from on the road block from commuters. Well, taking bribe by a police officer is very, very, very illegal and very, very harassing. But then you cannot compare it to what we just saw on that video. That is more than that. That goes even beyond that. That is robbery by a police person. For a policeman to take somebody else's phone and then force that person to transfer funds from his own phone. You understand? This goes beyond taking normal bribery, which was done by the police officers. See, when a country has reached on to this level, where people that are entrusted with your taking responsibility of giving you protection for your life and secure property, now end up becoming the ones that are even terrorizing you and then stealing from you and then robbing you, then we have reached a very serious situation. But then again, just like Fadi has now said, we have to look at whether or not their welfare has been properly taken care of by the government that they serve. I saw one police, but that was a long time ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, that he told me even the uniform he's wearing, they buy it. They pay with their own money. I couldn't even believe it. I said, no, what do you mean that you are the one that bought this? I said, of course.
Oh, you mean you don't know?
I didn't know until that time. They buy everything. He said everything you see me wearing is not given to me by the government. So if the government cannot provide police officers with uniforms, what do you expect? Honestly speaking, we are not encouraging what they did, but they might have found themselves because the system does not cater for their well-being.
And money are being budgeted for things.
Exactly. They are being budgeted, of course.
Allegedly, anyway.
There's police commission. They always go and defend their budgets. Do you understand? Under the Ministry of Police Affairs. So there are money that is provided for everything. But it doesn't reach them. Even if a police now lost his life in the field of battle, his family, all those women that are roasting corn by the roadside, most of them are wives of police people. So what they did is very, very wrong, and it always throws us to another level of fear in our society. If policemen, I'm not afraid to meet a policeman in the middle of the night in my car because I feel maybe he will rob me. You understand? But then the government always has to look back and see whether they are living up to their expectation.
Very true.
Okay. What are wrong?
Madam Mickey, briefly.
Briefly. Well, for the policemen, I would just say that exactly the same unfavorable conditions, poor living condition, non access to proper welfare, and all those are in operation right now. So the next person who came in and did his job diligently and didn't ask for money How did he manage to do it?
Exactly.
My own is that if you want to go for a job, you're aware of all the pitfalls. You signed, you agreed to do it.
Exactly. I like that point.
Do it, get the hell out. Get the hell out.
You signed for it. You knew the consequences.
Yes, you knew it. I am not saying the government is failing in its duties to the policemen. Same way they're failing in their duties to everyone else. So if we are all not going to hold the government accountable, in the meantime, while we're in this horrible condition, you cannot be robbing another person. Can you imagine picking, and mostly they profile the youths. So they look out for young people. Can you imagine commanding somebody to open their phone? And this is where I want to really appreciate the current Inspector General of Police. He said, nothing like POS should be there because you're not tax collectors, you're not revenue collectors. Why should you be around, found within you, a POS transaction machine for cash? At the end of the day, millions were found. Was that one part of your welfare? Because what position would you be? It's probably only the IG that will be getting maybe from then upwards. So now you've extorted millions from others. Is that still part of looking after your welfare? No, you're a greedy thief. You're a thief. You know how they will take your welfare. They will pay you 8 million naira. Each
thief in uniform.
8 million naira.
Okay. Thief in uniform.
Okay? No, so that is so dishonest. There's no justification.
I can see that.
I'm very annoyed. I'm very happy.
Sorry.
Sorry. But their welfare should be looked.
You know, while we are trying to wrap up on this, I will go to the next one. You see, we have the two formations. We have two formations in the police force. We have the Colo and we have the inspector cadets. I mean, the cadet officers. Most of these issues we see, you see, you know, like the inspectors, the policemen paraded their word. They are called the Colos. The Colos are those who rose from the rank of the constable from the scratch. They never went to the academy. And they grew up to the ranks of inspector from there.
Constabulary.
Yes. Yeah, well, the colos. Sometimes the constabulary, yes. Constabulary. So that's the full name because Nigerian police was named Nigerian police in 1930. Before then, it was called the constabulary. So that's why they got the name colos. So you can see that they are mostly found allegedly in crimes like this. And again, the pressure given to some of them too by their seniors, superiors, allegedly too. Some divisions, you know, the DPOs, what we call the divisional police officers, also give them targets, allegedly. The settlements.
That's what I wanted. When you are blaming the colors, that's what I wanted.
Yes, you also blame the senior officers.
Say that the senior officers.
I am one person who has visited a lot of police stations. I can tell you for free.
They will begin to sing.
Some of these officers want to grant you bail free, but they will tell you, we'll go see DPO.
Clearly, this
we'll go see DPO. Maybe they tell the CDPO now. Maybe clear. These are the issues, and of course we understand these languages. Anyway, even though for now it's allegedly, let me use the word allegedly. But please, I want to appeal to the Nigerian police to please take it easy with us. Please, protect us and let's have a safe environment.
All right, sir. Thank you on that beautiful take, though. So we go to our next video, which is a cleric calling a clergy. Did I say cleric?
A clergyman.
A clergyman, yes, calling on Nigerians to get involved in politics. You know, it's far overdue when we sit and we watch the same cycles of people coming over and over and over again to govern on us, and they keep failing us, and we keep
because the good ones are sitting at home.
Yes, we that have the clean mind, the good conscience that we're supposed to do it. We're just sitting, folding our hands to watch them. So let's just have 2 minutes of that video because it's a long video.
If you think you are too big for politics, MC Oluomo will be your next governor. Mushroom picking will govern your state if you continue to exclude yourselves, or you are interested in traveling in a different direction. That decision is exclusively yours. The Nigerian ruling class is obliged to pretend that we are a democracy every 4 years. So this time around, we have to play the game of pretense again. We are a democracy. So because they say we are a democracy, you have to remember your PVC. When you have your PVC, you have to ignore the lies they will tell you about ethnicity, about religion, all the things that they have used to divide you, whilst they themselves have not been divided. You must of necessity remember each and every one of those things when it is time to take the decision. There are only 2 ways to change a country, especially this is our own country. We are faced with 2 choices. Is either the gun or is your PVC. You are going to have to.
All right, that is the call. Is it that the gun or your PVC?
Is it that the gun?
Yes.
Or your PVC?
Get involved.
By the gun, he means maybe military coup.
Yes.
Yes, that is it. That
Military
is it.
intervention.
Military intervention or your PVC. That's go and elect,
election.
vote for people you feel that
Get involved, not just vote.
exactly.
Get involved directly.
Mm.
You know, the video is quite long, but if you take your time to watch through it, there's a point he mentions. These people keep recycling themselves. If it's not them, it's their in-laws, their children, their great-grandchildren, but it's a cycle. It keeps going, and we keep having the same kind of mess over and over and over again. Sincerely, when I watched this video, it said something in me. I'll just go into politics.
So now, see, if you go to the House of Representatives,
you're going to what?
I'm going into
I'm
politics.
telling you, if you go to the House of
am.
Representatives, most people from 30 to 35 years are children of people that we know, even when we are children in Nigeria. I know a lot of them. People
I
of
don't know
all
her of them.
politicians, people of all political wigs, people of all people that have been ministers in the past, former governors, even the recent past governor of Niger State. He was a governor, his father was
His
a
father
governor.
was a governor.
Abululu. His father was Kano State governor at one time during the military regime, and then he is now governor of Niger State. Do you understand?
Imagine.
So if you
Same people,
particularly,
just
if you
a
want to
different
see,
kind
if you
of
want to
color.
see these groups of people, go to the House of Reps. Many of them are there, children of former governors, former ministers, emirs. It's the same people that
Even
are.
Rufai has a son there too.
Even Rufai has his son there.
You can imagine.
And among those who have now been cleared for Senate, I think I saw somebody, is it Oshogbo, somebody, one very prominent PDP figure, his own son, very young boy. He's also screened for House of Reps ticket in APC. So I think what this cleric is telling us is that it's about time that ordinary Nigerians also consider themselves electable.
That is why I'm considering myself.
I'm telling you.
Going into politics, and quote me anywhere. You give me a few years.
In
You see me,
Kaduna,
I will.
in Kaduna now,
Yes.
in Kaduna now,
You
at
should
least
go into
I know there are about 3 people who come from a very humble background and who are determined now to clinch ticket for House of Assembly election. I think there's one in Tudunwada, and in my local government there's also one in around this Zongwang Aya area. In fact, he was a farmer. He went to school even after having his national diploma. He just dumped the certificate and go into farming. And now he wants to come out. I had the interview him in television and radio, speaking very, very good English and Hausa and everything. He said, no, it's about time we elect people that we know, that are like us. People that know our suffering, people that know our pains, people that think like us.
Scratch, you will
But all along we have been electing people that have more experience of how we used to live. They don't even share our pains. You understand? I think there was one time they invited, okay, that was a former minister. He said he doesn't know what is called poverty.
You can
He
imagine.
said he's one former minister. And you remember Alhaji?
Is it the one that said the GSM is not for the poor?
No, not that one. Alhaji,
One of them
former
that said
minister
the
of finance during Babangida regime. He is a member of the ruling Sokoto dynasty, the Sultanate House. They were interviewing him. He said he doesn't even know what poverty means. And these are the kind of people and their children and their great-grandchildren that have been ruling over us for time now. They keep
and they're becoming sensitive to the poor.
Exactly.
Because they don't
So
know
I
what
think I align with the thoughts of these gentlemen. These
Madam Nikki.
Yeah, I totally align with what he's saying, because Nigerians have kind of abdicated part of their civic responsibility. And one of them is vote, one of them is to be voted for. To be voted for, we left that completely. That one is for the political class. Politics
for
is
the
a
elite
dirty
and their
game,
children.
as we were told. So now they turned themselves into a political class. And now we're facing captive democracy. Like you said, if I'm not there when my tenure is over, I push in my son, I bring in my
That's political dynasty.
My son-in-law must go in, my son,
The dynasty.
my daughter, and that's the year. Create a dynasty. And then we also now, each 4 years, we've abdicated on this other duty, which is vote. So now each and every time we're finding voter apathy pro max, and because of situations whereby we are now having our leaders not from our election but from the courts. How can we have a Supreme Court governor? We would have even thought maybe that would be an exclusive case, but now it's now common. Supreme Court governor, Supreme Court senator, Supreme Court House of Reps.
Exactly.
But why should the courts be the one deciding? So that has brought voter apathy as well as decision not to take part. So I'm agreeing with him. Please, Nigerian citizens, we've got to go for it. I know it's financially burdening, but maybe we can have crowdfunding, some way to make sure the people we know will go over to Abuja. Like I said on this program yesterday, ask the next person who is representing you right now in the House of Representatives to be black. He doesn't know because the person is not representing him. representing this place.
And then let me just wrap it up here by saying that there's a saying that goes, if you cannot beat them, you do what?
You join them.
Okay, fine. But this time around, if you want to join, you have to join positively, because the truth about it is that the political space will keep getting bad when the good ones are sitting down at home. That is the truth. You must not be an onlooker. You must participate to change the system. You cannot keep criticizing the system from the comfort of your room, your bedroom, and your sitting room. You have to be in a cycle to change things.
On social media platforms.
Social media, a political social
participate.
Social media politician. Participate there. And the beer parlor critics, commentators, and uncensored information after 3 bottles of alcohol and some forms of intoxicants. Without any founded information that is gazetted, and then you go down, you talk, and then you see the loose ones, the illiterates, the bushmen, the wicked ones get into power. Now this is the time to mix ambition with desperation and morals put together. The good ones, you cannot keep sitting down, like Ferry said. You want to contest? You have my high five there.
Thank you.
Go ahead and contest. I will be behind you.
Watch out.
Kaduna South.
Yes.
Okay, you will get my vote.
Thank God you have 1 vote now. And you already have 1 vote. I just
manage the campaign.
Yes.
I will be there to do the branding and to do the noise.
Brand manager, we're having a movement already.
Yes, so I'm going to call it the Ferry movement.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Parting words, everybody. Parting words. What's the parting word? Both topics, Rufai, and the first video and the second video was parting words.
I just wish the families of Rufai to be more patient, and then for the government to consider the prayer and prayers of the family, honestly, because continuous detention of Rufai without actually taking him to court and then finding him guilty and then maybe passing judgment to him is very, very, very sad.
Okay, parting words.
Every government comes in promising they're going to obey the rule of law. Every government comes in and disobeys this rule of law. If the court has granted him, they release him. Not just him, every citizen that has been granted bail and fulfilled their bail conditions, obey the rule of law so that we obey you.
Okay, parting words on what's trending.
All right. If we put you where you're supposed to be, please represent where you are. Do what exactly you're expected to do. No going by corners. Being a police officer and being the same reason we're going to be scared of you, it's crazy.
It's crazy to be scared of you, even though you are meant to protect us. That's the best place to leave it. Thank you very much, ladies, gentlemen, and ladies in the house, or in the studio rather. I want to say a very big thank you to you, and a big thank you to our viewers there. Please do find time to follow us on our various social media handles showing right there on the screen. And it will be nice to see you tomorrow, same time on the morning show. But for now, bye, and do have a pleasant day ahead. My name is Chidi Kenneth, and on behalf of the crew, I want to say thank you, bye-bye, and see you tomorrow. God bless you. This is P&B Morning Show.